Hi guys, in today's class I'm going to provide solution to this given problem. We have sine x to the power of x squared minus 3x minus 4 equals 1. So to obtain the solution of this, we're going to make use of 2 or 3 cases here. Okay, and the cases we're going to consider here are going to be possible ways you can actually obtain 1. Okay, so for case 1, I will consider this to be case 1. So what this means is any number raised to power of 1 raised to power of any number will actually give us 1. Do you understand? So irrespective of what you have, there may be 1 squared or 1 raised to power of minus 3, that will actually give us what? 1. So that's the meaning of any that is here. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is you change 1 here to be, the equation is sine x, then in brackets x squared minus 3x then minus 4 equals, this one now can be written as 1 raised to power of x squared minus 3x minus 4. So irrespective of the value of x here, this is going to remain as what? As 1. So by implication, when you look at both sides of the equation now, they have the same power. Okay, so for that reason you compare the base, which is going to be sine x equals what? Equals 1. Okay, and of course to get sine x equals, for you to have sine x equals 1, now you take sine inverse of 1, and taking sine inverse of 1, that will definitely give us pi over 2. It will give us 5 pi over 2. We have more than that, so but generally we can just write as pi over 2 then plus 2n pi. Okay, so where n belongs to what? Integer. Where n belongs to int. Okay, something like this. And for you to get that, for you to confirm that, we can actually show that on a graph of sine x, which is of this form. This is the graph of sine x. You know, sine x asks maximum value to be 1 and minimum value to be minus 1. So we have this. So the process continues like that. Do you get? So the process continues. Let me stop here. Okay, so I think it should be better to consider another one. Let me consider another one. Okay, I think this is better. Yep. So when you look at this graph now, the maximum value you can get here is 1, while the minimum is what? Minus 1. So at this point, these are the points you could get 1. Okay, since we are looking for 1, and here is pi over 2, there is pi over 2, which is 90, this is 5 pi over 2, and the like. So you consider that for the right side and likewise for the left side. So that is why I said you could represent that to be pi over 2 plus 2n pi, where n belongs to what? Integers. Okay, so that's for case 1. Now by considering the second case, which is going to be non-zero number raised to power of 0 will actually give us 1. Do you understand? So any number raised to power of 0 will give us 1 except 0 raised to power of 0. So non-zero, let me write like this, non-zero to the power of 0, this will give us 1. Okay, so 0 raised to power of 0 is not 1. I think I've explained that before. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we have sine x from the given question to be sine x raised to power of x squared minus 3x minus 4. So this one now can now be written as sine x raised to the power of 0. Do you understand? So sine x raised to the power of 0 will actually give us 1, provided that sine x not equals to 0. Okay, so now you compare the power now, and that's going to be x squared minus 3x minus 4 equals 0. So by the time you factorize this, you're gonna have 2 factors to be x minus 4 and x plus 1, and this will actually give you x equals 4 and x equals minus 1. So these are the values of x here. And it is important for you to check for sine x, because we just said that sine x must not be what? This must not be 0. Okay, and when you substitute both values here, I mean 4 and minus 1 here, you cannot get sine x to be 0. So for that reason, 4 and minus 1 are part of the solution to the given question. So the case 3 is when you have minus 1 raised to power of even number. Okay, minus 1 raised to power of even number will give you 1. So a typical example of that is by considering minus 1 squared, minus 1 raised to power of 4, minus 1 raised to power of 6. All this will actually give you 1. Okay, so and then you consider what's it called, you change the question given, you know, it was sine x, then x squared minus 4x minus 3, then you change that one to be minus 1 raised to power of what? X squared minus 4x minus 3. Exactly. Now you can see here clearly that the both sides are of the same power, so you consider the base, which is sine x equals minus 1. Okay, and you take sine inverse of minus 1, and that's going to be 3 pi over 2 and the like. So we could represent that to be 3 pi over 2 then plus 2n pi. But don't forget there is a condition here, and the condition is that this must be what? Even. Okay, so for this to be 1, minus 1 raised to power of x squared minus 4x minus 3, for this whole expression of left side to be 1 or right side to be 1, so the value of this power, I mean the expression x squared minus 4x minus 1, must be even. Okay, and there is no such value of x here that will make that to be even. So by that, you are not going to consider this last case. You are not going to consider the last case because there is no such value of x here that will make this to be what? To be 1. Is that taken down? So the two cases you are going to consider are case 1 and case 2, where the actual values are x equals pi over 2 plus 2n pi, and x equals 4, x equals minus 1. Alright, so don't forget to drop your comments, like, and subscribe. Thank you.